All praises to the Most High, Tatanzambi Yamazulu. Hallelujah. Here we are one more time with another session. My name is Massa. Greetings, family. All praises, all Bantus, all Nam-Bantus, everyone that follows this channel. You're welcome here. We are normally supposed to reveal a lot of things about our spirituality now, but I think before we go deeper into spiritual things, we should first identify who we are. We should tell the people exactly who the so-called African people are, who the so-called African Americans are, or African Caribbeans, African Latin Americans, or African Europeans. Okay, me myself, I grew up in Europe. I'm a diasporan as well. I never had any connection to the land, but when I touched the land, I knew that it belongs to me. I knew that it was the Most High's land, which means I could identify myself with the land, and I found also the Bible. Everything that was written in the Bible was exactly the same thing that I was seeing there. So it was mine. What we used to call Kinkulu. It's ours. It's ours. Kinkulu Kieto. Now, today, we are offended. We are hated. Many things are misinterpreted. And all this is written in the Bible. We are forgotten. The whole world has gathered themselves together against us. And we are about to find ourselves like Simba in the Lion King movie. And it's very hard because people might think that we used to come out of Christianity, or people might think that the kingdom where we came from was garbage, that we had no clothing, we had no houses, we had no currency, we had no administration, and etc. etc. So, what we have found out so far in the last days, and I'm posting a lot of things, that the most of the books from the white people describes the people in Angola, in Congo, as Ephraimites, Judah, Benjamites, people from Judah especially. These are the people that went to slavery from to the to Americas, etc. etc. Now, we want to find out a little bit more about it, historical, and like I have said, we can do everything what we want to run away of our traditions and culture, but we are Bantus. We are Bantus, and you can never run away from your culture. It will always hang on you your whole life. I will give you an example. In the Bantu culture, it's always one son or one daughter, one person who is the supporter of finances and thoughts, like ideas of the whole family. Like when my mother married my father, she was in the tabernacle sitting there praying, and the Spirit told her, "This is your husband. He is a leader in his family, and you are a leader in your family." And they married. Yeah. And what means a leader in your family? It doesn't mean that you have to be the oldest, but it means that you will be the one. Now comes that the ancestors has chosen in the family to to give you to give the family support, to help them out, which means in the spiritual world you are the one appointed like a Joseph, yeah, that will receive finances, ideas. It will come from nowhere. You will be very lucky, even if the others will hate you and all these kinds of things, but at last they will always come to you. That's why the Most I say, Judah, you are the scepter, and your brothers will bow down. You will be the leader of the 12 tribes. It was always like this. There are some things, in the Bantu culture you cannot take away from us. And there's one thing that harms us, that kills us. Um, all of us, we are in one football team. All of us that came from this Ethiopia. And now we're playing against other teams. And we are better than them, faster, taller, smarter. But we're losing every game. Why? Because we are playing against each other. Why? Because there's one law that I will give you today that is above all laws. For everyone that teaches the law, for everyone that thinks that the Most High doesn't have his prophets outside there because they are the law bringers, there's one law that is above all the laws. Love your neighbor like yourself. There's no other love, no other law. Throw away all the laws that you know. Throw away everything that you know. Keep this one. Keep this one law. Love your neighbor like you used to love yourself, and the whole world is good. No problems at all with no one. The laws above all the laws. No one is doing that. Okay? So, now, why did I start like this? If you see the misunderstanding in our nation, it's because many people do not know what really happened to our people in the ancient times, or who they were, etc., etc. And today I want to show you in this video easily, um, yeah, who the true Jews of the Bible are. Okay, and yeah, okay, let's go into it, because you have many people that wants to take Africa out of the Bible, but you can't. You can't take Africa out of the Bible. Like I said, everyone, even when you live in Europe or whatever, you will always have the curses or the blessings that comes from our forefathers. It will always follow you. And this shows your identity, that you are one of them. One of them, Mokuna Bango, which means not Bango from the Gentiles, but Bango from the Most High's people, which means it's not only your color, but you have a DNA code, you have a character. Yeah, music started in Africa, in the Congos. We have our haircuts, our style to walk. We have a frequency, how to talk. Energies. We even characteristics. Huh? Characteristics. Your characteristics will show where you come from. And then you have the color. Then you have the image that shows you are African, and they will tell you from where. Okay, so which means that there's someone that comes to separate. He really does not understand that it is almost impossible. A leopard can't change. He can't take his he can't change his color. So now let's go to the first part. I will show a lot of things today. I think it will be 2-hour videos when I'm fast. Okay. Let us start with my post in the name Zombie, right? Okay. Many people are mocking the name of Zombie. So let us know a little bit more about the name Zombie. It's very important. Here you can see some bunch of names that are found in the same chapter where we find the secret of name Zombie, the name for God among the Bantu of Africa. Some of these names have undergone changes, others have not, and are names of the Israelites of the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Exactly, I forget that to put Levi there, because me myself, I'm a Levi. Of the kingdom of Judah. Among them is Sabatus, who comes from Samba, or even Sabata, the name of the village of the Dembu Abundu people from the province of Kwanza North, Angola. Ananias, which comes from Ana, a Kimbundu word, or rather Bantu. Yozabat, isn't it Yazaba? Yeah, so Yazaba, Yozabat. Mani, which Mani Kongo, a word found among the titles of the kings of the ancient kingdom of Congo, which is Mani Kongo or even Kimani, a name amongst Angolans. Moshia, a word that comes from the name Mosi in Kikongo or Moshi in Kimbundu. Here, it's in the Bible, all the names that I'm calling out here. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Just read by yourself. So here you can see Mani Congo. Okay. You have here the Zombies, the Benanias. All these names, all these names are biblical, and they are found in the Angola Judah Congo, because you had around the Congo kingdom, you had the Angola, you had the Luango, you had different kinds of king, other Mbundus that were around them. The kingdom of Congo was in Cameroon, Gabon, Congo, and Angola. Okay, it was even in the 1600s. It was the largest and biggest kingdom found in the Africa, and the most developed kingdom in the Africa, inherited by Jews. Because the world wants to want to hear this word Jews, and then they are like, yeah, that's us. Okay, so Jews, we are the Jews, no one else. Okay, now again, all these names that you found there, still today in Angola, our sons and daughters used to have these names. Cities are found in the Bible. All of them, you can find them also in the land. Names that we carry are found in the Bible. You will also find them among our tribes, villages as well. And then you have rivers, mountains, okay? All of these names in the scripture, you will find it in the Bantu Congo as well. Okay, now you have here Selemias, the word becomes Selembao among the Bantu or Congo DR. We know this name very well. Zambi, word of Yah, among the Bantu tribes of Central Africa, is also used as a name for people. I told you. Of the Bantu of Congo Brazzaville, Angola, among the Nkosa. In South Africa, is called Nzaba. Bananias, a word that comes from Bana, in ancient Hebrew, from which the word Bena or Ben, son, used to come from. Here you have Benanias here. Bana, Banus, Benanias. And here you have in here Zabadias, and then you have here Bananias. So now, from which the word Bena or Ben's son is derived, means he built, because they regard the children as living stone that make up the family building. I told you, black people in the Bantu tradition, they make children so that the children help them out. Okay? Europeans, they help their children out. But when Bantus make their children, it's they making children so that their children help the family out. In the whole Bible, it's like this. It's something very, very special. Very special. Among the traditional Bantu names, we find people names Banaya or Benaya in Congo DRC. This is all just to see that the word Zambi is not there by coincidence. The Bible Jews really have connections with the Bantu people of Africa. Okay, I have started with the name Zambi. If we have some questions today, we are here. I will be 2 hours here to show you now a little bit more about us, and talking to you a little bit more about who the Bantus really are. The name Yahweh or Yahweh, Yahweh. In the Kikongo language, there is no other name to call God. Yahweh, Yahweh with V and E. This is how they used to call in the Kikongo language God. Yahweh, uh, you know, this is it. And the Bangala, in the Lingala, they call it Nzambi. Yahweh and Nzambi. People today, oh, Yahweh is demonic. We took it all over. I will show it to you. We took all this all over Ethiopia, not now in the central, but the upper Ethiopia and the lower Ethiopia. We took it from there, up there, all these names, we took it. Yeah. Even when we passed the Yemen and all these areas, we took names with us. This is ours. We spoke Kikongo. This Abraham, all these people, they spoke Kikongo. I will show it to you. There is a Niger Congo language that happened, we had. People passed all these ways up, down to the Angola Congo basin. We want to show more than talk today. Okay, let us go deeper. So again, for us, it's easier to understand, yeah, because if I take now my Congo Lingala Bible here, there is no Yah. They will not write Yah there. Okay, they won't write it like this. No one would say like it is written in Psalm 68 and 4. Yeah, when David says, or it says, 68 and 4. When David says, the power that I used to worship, I call it Yah. Yah? What is Yah? Okay? What is Yah? Yah. What is this? Where's the rest of it? The power that you worship is Yah. Yah what? Okay? Then you have to go to the Bantus and ask, how do you call the creator? And then you will have the real definition. So nini na nini, Yahweh, Nzambi, Yambe, Yambe, Nzambi, Yambe. Yah what? What Yah? Okay? This is what I had the same problem I had with a Muslim there. He said, oh Allah. I say, Allah what? Because he also was called Jah Allah. Jah Allah. All this comes from the Kikongo by misinterpretations. Yeah, people do not really know how to speak Kikongo, so they call it later Paleo Hebrew and wrote it down and said, okay, yeah, this is what we got, and this is how we walk. And they wrote it down in the Strongs. They wrote it down in their so that they can understand their it better. You can go everywhere in the by the Congo speaking people. They will tell you ya, ya, ve, ya. It's Kikongo. It's Kikongo. And where's the rest of it? This is Kikongo. Dawidi was a Congo. We never have changed our God. Never. And this is also where we go. Let me start showing you even a little bit more. Because people are very confused by telling us, yeah, who we are. How can you tell us who we are? It's impossible. Okay, it's impossible.
Nigeria, Congo or Cameroon, and Congo in Cameroon, Congo qui est devenu le Congo-Brazzaville.
And Congo that became Congo Brazzaville.
Et Congo en Angola.
And Congo in Angola.
Congo qui est devenu Congo, le RDC.
And Congo, which has become the Republic Democratic of Congo.
Et vous allez voir Salam.
We'll see Dar es Salaam.
Vers le Yémen. Et Dar es Salaam aussi vers l'est de l'Afrique.
In the Yemen area.
Et ceci nous montre les grandes migrations qui ont amené ces noms et les ont implantés là où ils avaient occupé.
This shows the huge immigration of people coming down southwards and coming down deeper into Africa.
À l'intérieur, vous allez voir par exemple le mot Congo.
And at the center, you will see the name Congo.
Congo est parti du Mali.
Congo originated in Mali.
Congo, Nigeria.
Congo, Nigeria.
Congo au Cameroun.
And Congo in Cameroon.
Congo qui est devenu le Congo-Brazzaville.
And Congo that became Congo Brazzaville.
Et Congo en Angola.
And Congo in Angola.
Congo qui est devenu Congo, le RDC.
And Congo, which has become the Republic Democratic of Congo.
Okay. Oh, good.
Et vous allez voir même
everything Congo. Congo here, Congo there. Which kinds of language, okay, do you want to tell us, that we should speak? We did not speak Portuguese. We did not speak English. We did not speak Greek. We spoke the Kikongo language, Lingala, Bantu languages. Okay? It's like you're saying Isaiah, because there was an Arabic invasion in the Egypt. Okay? So you want to tell me that Isaiah spoke Arabic? Go today in the Egypt, they speak Arabic. If you go today and says you talk to a Christian, tell him, yo, what kind of language did Isaiah speak? They will tell you he spoke Yiddish or Aramaic. You see? But all these things that we are detecting out of the Bible, it doesn't match with the languages of these people. Yiddish, Aramaic. It doesn't match with Arabic. But what we have found out so far, all these languages that I have count now, they come out of the Kikongo language. Okay, let's continue. Okay, the name of Isaiah. This is our sister kimpa Vita that was baptized Donna Beatrice, okay, in 1706. Yeah, she died. She lived in the time from 1684 to 1706. Okay, very, very strong woman. Yeah, that fought against the colonizers. Okay, now let us read this part right here. At the time of her birth, Congo was torn by civil war. These wars had started shortly after the death of Antonio I at the Battle of Beulah. This is the king, the Asian king that entered into Christianity. Then he came out of Christianity again and stuff like that. But he was someone who wanted to build the Congo kingdom even more, and they started to fight against each other, Christians against the people that Christian Congos against the Congo people that used to believe in Tatanzambi. Yeah, the Christian came and started to say that everything that belongs to the Congo is evil. Yeah. That everything what they have that they do is evil, and they started to fight against each other. Yeah, and the war became true. Okay, they destroyed the unity between them. Okay, and the Portuguese started to take slaves out of our lands. Those slaves are the people from Brazil, the people from Latin America, Haiti, and all these places, South America. Then you have here um, um, America as well. Okay, this is the story. Okay, and yes, then they started to, because we had slaves as well, but the slaves that we had, we didn't. It was a little bit different from the slaves trade that the European have done to us. That what the European have done to us, it was because of money. It was a political strategy to divide us and conquer, but also to gain wealth. Okay, one of the biggest problem that the white man has is money. The white man, he can be the best person in this world, but if it comes to money, he will kill and do the worstest things. This is how he is. He's made like this. Okay, this is what happened to us. This was a short story. Now, one more time, okay? At the time of her birth, Congo was torn by civil war. Okay. Um, this war had started shortly after the death of Antonio I, the first, in 1665, and had resulted in the abandonment of the ancient capital of San Salvador, which means Mbanza Congo. Okay, here it is. Bantu Congo was found sometimes before the arrival of the Portuguese in 1483 and was the capital of the Kilenkweni dynasty ruling at the time. So, in the 1678, and the division of the country by river pretenders to the throne. According to her testimony given at an inquest on her life, Kimpa had a vision by Tatanzambi, Congo. You see, this is why we have the Congo name always there when we describe Tatanzambi. So because God is not the name of the Most High. But now look, and was considered to be prophetess and Congo of the Congolese, declaring that Jesus, what they have brought us, name is Yesaya, because it's Kikongo language. That's why we say Yisu. Yisu. That's why the Muslims say Isa. Isa. Okay? Not Yeshua, Yeshurala, Kwam Yashawa Shai, which means these people, they're aliens. They're searching for something that is not ours. Going back to that what is yours means going back home. And if you see, this video is also called the remnant of the Jews. We are coming to that soon. The remnant of the Jews, which stayed in the land. So she called by the revelation that she had about Jesus. She said, this man's name is Congo, Yesaya Congo. Came from the kingdom, and he came from the kingdom of Congo. So just to tell you that the story about the Arabic and Yesaya being there, you know, we will give you another historical context of this one day. Now, she forbade her people to let the Portuguese in because they were going to enslave them. She kept proclaiming uh, the message until the Portuguese Catholics burned her at the stake. And as she had claimed, the Portuguese Catholics finally started killing, murdering, raping, and enslaving the Congolese, breaking up families, and sending them away to the Americas. Okay. Now, um, The name zombie in Wikipedia is so, Wikipedia has demonized the name of zombie in a way you can't imagine. Yeah. So I don't want to go into it now because that what I have seen there, this is that what makes some ministries and people confused. Okay, because they are demonizing the name of zombie in a way you can't imagine. Okay, let us go to some videos.
All'inizio dei tempi non c'era assolutamente nulla. C'era solo una piccola cosa senza importanza ed era la noia. Nyambe, il creatore dei Bantu, si annoiava da morire. Questa noia finirà davvero per uccidermi. Sono io che ti ho svegliata, immaginazione.
Signore, non importa. Sai bene che accetto tutto ciò che mi viene da te.
Sai, io ho un problema. La noia sta per uccidermi.
Signore, ho trovato la soluzione al tuo problema.
E quale sarebbe questa soluzione?
Costruisciti una stanza, signore. E appena comincerai a suonarla, la noia sparirà e la smetterà di tormentarti.
Kalini yai, nubada manganga, nagui masi saga metu, masi makeng. Kalini yai, nubada manganga, nagui masi saga mebodo, masi mahulus.
Va tutto bene fino a quando una delle lamelle introduce una nota falsa.
The sansa is an African instrument. The name of this god here, so it's not God, okay? It's not Yah. His name is Yambe, Nzambe, Yahweh. That comes from these two names there, Yahweh or Nzambe. Yahweh or Nzambe. Yah is his father, his power. Do you get it? The sansa is a typical African instrument. These are African characters. And because, this is what I will have to start teaching you. When you put all the colors together, let me just show the name again so that you know exactly the mockery here. Made a mockery of God of the Bantu in the cartoon, as you can watch here. And here, when you go to Israel, to 2nd Esdras 3:34, your name is nowhere found but in Israel. In 2nd Esdras 3:34, it's written there. It's not found in the Assyria. It's not found in America. It's not found in the Asia. It's only found in Africa. Because the Tanzambi came out from darkness. This is the black continent. Let it be light. Okay? When you put all the colors together, what you see in this world, Chinese, Indian, white people, whatever color these people have, they came from the black race. Okay? So let it be light. They have to come out from the dark continent. So how can it be that someone from outside wants to teach us the name of the Father? When the Father say, my people will have and carry my name. They will still today have my name. So what is the Most High's name? America? China? What is the Most High's name then? And in this cartoon that is very old, I forget the date, it's somewhere, you can see what he said. Psalms 84 and 4. 68 4. It says, Yah. Okay, in the Strongs, which means Yah is the Father. Yeah, this is how we are the only people in the world who calls our power Father. Baba, Nzambi Maweja. Baba means father. We are the only people. You can go to the China, they will say Buddha. Is Buddha a father for you? Is God a father for you? They will say, are you crazy? You go to the Islam, you say, no, there is no father. God has no children. You will go to the Jewish people that people used to say they are the true Jews. You ask them, do you have a father that is in heaven? They will say, what? A blasphemy. They will burn you alive. And now you go to the Christian, you will say, Jesus. Okay? But we know better that Jesus and Yesaya, which means Isa, what the world is, they are two different people. There are two of them. One is Lucifer, and the other one is a bushman. Okay? Or was a bushman. And today we're talking about spirit that drives in us. This is the problem here. Okay? So the name of Nzambi, Yambe, it's in the Bible, but everywhere. And you can find it in Zambia, Mozambique. You find it everywhere. Zimbabwe, it's everywhere. Up to the southern part of Africa, especially. Beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. Now, he said, this name is nowhere found, but else there where the people used to come from. Where this is where we're going to find the name of the Tanzambi. Nowhere else. This is the Bible. And that's why he called it, even here, look what the European, what he will say. Because it's Spanish, I think.
All'inizio dei tempi non c'era assolutamente nulla. C'era solo una piccola cosa senza importanza.
I am father to Israel. And Ephraim is my firstborn. Who's Ephraim? Who are the people from Ephraim? Who's Ephraim, the firstborn? If this is not the northern part of Congo, the people from still today, Ephraim is Congo. And he says, Ephraim is my firstborn, which means from this people up, the way up, down. This is where you're going to find the first people that came to this earth that the Most High created.
Il creatore dei Bantu si annoiava da morire.
Look, here it says he had it was, boredom. He was like, oof, what should I do? I feel I want to create something, and the angels were around him. And then he started to think.
Questa noia finirà davvero per uccidermi.
Don't think that black people made this cartoon. Don't think so, because
Sono io
you
che ti ho
love to see
svegliata
white people showing his stuff. But I will show you some more stuff today.
Non importa. Sai bene che accetto tutto ciò che mi viene da te.
Sai, io ho un problema. La noia sta per uccidermi.
So they created man, not only the Most High. They created man. In heaven, the Most High is not the only God. Okay? Just to tell you, okay? Even here on earth, yeah, you had different kinds of gods that descend to inhabit. This is how the world is created. He put be seen, be somebody, yes. He put things everywhere that holds the world. They are like watchmen over the world. This is a fact. Okay? Because people know, oh, Lucifer fell from heaven, they think Lucifer is the only angel or whatever, yeah, that has power, They're forgetting that the Most High, in his creation, yeah, he was not alone. Yeah. And there are also different kinds of planets and all these kinds of things, but we are coming to that. That's why help me to bring this message out to this. We have agents in this community. We have people that are very dangerous. When I went here to see when I went here to see Kikongo language, Kikongo. Yeah, I was given this one here, Kikongo Yave, or language. I saw something. It was very important for me to see. See, this woman that, no, I saw Pastor Mello that did a great job. Okay, this is me. Okay, but wait a minute. I was given this here. Kikongo Yave. Was it not like this? No. Wait a minute. And like this. Here, I saw this person here. And I was like, how good they have started. I was like, wow. These people, they could have made, give us real positive energy and teaches our people the truth so that we can really move forward with the truth. I saw it here today. I was surprised, even though I was like, what? Because I know that these people do not believe in those kinds of things no more. Everything is witchcraft, what the Congos do. I was like, what? Look at this. Huh? In the way that she also, looks like, it's like, I will show you now today what is ours. And if we would continue like this, everything would be fine. Everything would be fine. And I think that Tanzania would even start revealing us more, because all of us are hungry to know a little bit more about our spirituality. And I saw it. I was very surprised. So we cannot accept things from Gentiles to come into our kingdom again. We cannot mix up things. If you go here to languages, Congo. Congo languages. Bantu languages spoken by the Congo people living in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Angola, and Gabon. It is a tonal language. It was spoken by many of those who were taken from the region and sold as slaves to the Americas. For this reason, while Congo still is spoken in the above mentioned countries, creolized forms the language are found in the ritual speech of African American religions, especially Brazil, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Colombia, the Gula language, Gula, and the Palenquero Creole. Hey! Congo was the language of the Kingdom of Congo. Congo as well is a language. Kong. Huh? And here, Kikongo, Bayombe, Balari, and all these kinds of things from San Salvador, they spoke Kikongo. And you have the what? Lingala. And many languages came from this languages there. Okay? Do your researches. Okay? Here, you have them here. Cuba, Haitian, Bahamas, Dominican Republic, United States. Okay? So, people from Suriname. Yeah? They used to call it even Haitian voodoo and stuff like that. Yeah? Yeah, then they have here in the writings, like here in Kikongo, Ave Maria, Uafuluka, Yensambu, Omfumu, Seuna, Laku, Ongene, Vana, Venankento, Nkwansambu, Yomalau, Yembongo, A Vuvumu Kia Yesu. Here's Yesu with Y, E, Z, and U. Okay? E Santa Maria Nguandi Anzambi. Okay? Do your researches by your own. We are the Jews. They gave us these names. We speak Congo language, which is the name from the Most High and the angels. Yeah? Okay. All good. Let us continue. I think I stopped here. I would just want to hear the name. So, angels, they sit together. What can we do?
Ho trovato la soluzione al
for
tuo
our
problema.
E quale sarebbe questa soluzione?
Costruisciti una stanza, signore. E appena comincerai a suonarla, la noia sparirà e la smetterà di...
So, as soon you start playing, boredom will disappear and never bug you again. Okay? Because music, yeah, the Most High loves us when we sing. I told you one day that if you sing, we don't sing like others sing in the Congo. When we sing always revelations. Okay? We always sing revelations that passed, things that passed, or things that will happen in future. These are our songs about. All the songs that we sing is for the future. So everything that we teach today and that we have taught, we also sing it. Okay? This is the truth about the Congo people. We are not like, oh, Jesus. We never sing like this, that Jesus is the only savior. We always sing in future, the things that will happen. We put the name of Isaiah there. It's the truth because we are Christians. We became Christians today. They mix Christian and our religions. So this is what is happening. This is what happened. But in our songs are always revealed by the angels. Caribbeans, Michael, or whatever. But we are coming to that very soon. I hope I will put all the tribes out here and explain everything as soon as possible. And then I can come to spirituality again. Pray for me. Support the ministry because, hey, my goodness, this fight is real.
Tormentarmi.
Now he start creating. He's a creator, okay? Yeah. When he is a creator, a black person is a creator as well. As you can see, the first thing was the sun. The second thing was the moon. Okay? So you have always a man and a woman, a man and a woman, a man and a woman, a man and a woman. Okay? And they create as well. And from this creation, other things will come and appear. Okay? The creation story, I have it somewhere on my videos. Yeah? We have to go a little bit deeper into it to understand how the Most High functions. So, he created everything. I just want to hear the name.
Benissimo che gli uomini i Bantu dell'Africa non danno nessuna importanza al colore della pelle, sanno benissimo che gli uomini sono usciti tutti dalla stessa sanza.
So they say that the Most High doesn't care about color. Okay, this is what she said here. I understand when he says that. It's not written in the Bible. The color was never important to us. Okay, this is something. This is something. The people were black. This is something that happened. But we have to know that from the dark continent, or that from the dark color, all the other colors came from. So what are they then? So they have a complex. They became mutants. They became a different race from the Muntu race. Not us. But we're going to talk about this color thing one day. I will have to do a complete video just to show some people what the truth behind color is. I just want to hear the name. Come on.
I Bantu dell'Africa non danno nessuna importanza.
Look, he says even the Bantu of Africa, they don't give really, here, the Bantus is here. The Bantus of Africa don't give any importance of the color of the skin. Wow.
Al colore della pelle sanno benissimo che gli uomini sono usciti tutti dalla stessa sanza.
And that's why you have always, as a black person, you have always the love between, you love always people. There is a love inside of you that you see everyone as a child. Yeah, you see every nation. You love everyone. You want to see everyone as a child because there is something that is from God. Okay, it's Italian. Thank you, Sister Kana. Yeah, it's Italian. Yeah, that's why. But I understand, when we speak Portuguese, so we understand exactly what they are saying. Yeah, and the other thing is this: we are very gifted in languages. Because when you see what happened in Babel, when you know the story of Babel, and we have to go to this one day when the people are ready, then you will see that the Most High have changed the languages, right? And how can it be that we are the one that speak in different kinds of languages? Because we are creators. In Africa, the most of us speak different kinds of languages. And if we do not speak different kinds of languages, it doesn't take long. We do. The thing that is killing people in the West today is language. And the Tanzania separated us. He separated people, and he separated people with languages. Every corner, every tribe, even in the tribe, we have different kinds of dialects. Yeah, you might speak Kikongo, but this Kikongo here sounds a little bit different than the Kikongo in the south. The Kikongo in the west sounds a little bit different than the Kikongo in the north. Okay. Then when it comes to other languages, you have to know it changes completely. It changes completely. And the people wants to be associated with those people that speak the same language. Why do I speak English? Why do I not do so many videos in other languages? It's because the most I say that the people that speak English today, they will be the hardest people that we have to fight to bring them into the truth, because of the English language as well. Because in America, they show you that English is the only language that you have to know. But this is not how the world runs. This is not how the world is. What do it's Malachi 2? What do our people forget first when something happens to them, or when they enter into a new country? Our people, black people, if they enter into Spain, they forgot their local languages, they start speaking Spanish in front of Spanish people, so that everyone listens what they say. If they want to say, hey man, look at this dude right there, look what he's doing there, this is not good, he have to say it in Spanish. If he goes to America, he have to speak English language. If he goes to Germany, he speaks German. If he goes to France, he speaks French better than the French people themselves. If he goes to Russia, he speaks Russia. But now, take a Russia into America if he have forgotten the Russian language. Take someone who speaks Spanish into China if he have forgotten the Chinese language. Huh? Take a German into the Americas and ask him, do you know how to speak German? He will, yes, ich spreche Deutsch. Do you see how fool the black person is? He's a fool. That's what Tatanzambi say. Tatanzambi is not found in religion. Tatanzambi is found in knowledge. And that's why we suffer. Because burro, stupido, yeah, stays a fool. And a fool cannot inherit the land. He cannot overtake the land. He cannot do anything. Because a fool is a fool. The Tanzania even say, if you talk to a fool, don't talk to him too much. Leave him, because he will never understand. The Tanzania is found in intelligence, in wisdom, knowledge. Nothing else. Like I told you, commandments, the commandments, yeah, of our forefathers are not written in the book. The most of them, yeah, you have to live in the land to go and to see how the tradition and customs are in Nkosa, in the Zulu, in this and this. And this is where you're going to find our traditions and what you have to do or you shouldn't do. In the book, you just found some of the things. That's why I gave you this commandment. Again, I started with it. Love your neighbor like you used to love yourself. And everything's fine. Black people don't love each other. You might tell people to do this, to let this go, la 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 la. But you, if I tell you, you that shows people all these kinds of things, love your people as well. You'll be like, no, I don't want to do that. Which means all the things that you're saying is crap. Full stop. Let us go deeper. Today is your birthday. Okay, we saw Yambe. Yambe. I found this. Do I share the screen? Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. I found important to show you this part here from Phoenix. The shadow over Congo. Bakoko na biso. Bakoko na biso, which means our ancestors or our fathers. When someone asks you in the Americas, who were your forefathers? We are the Israelites. My goodness, it's better to be a Pan-Africanist. Who are your ancestors in the Caribbeans? They will say, we come from Africa. Who are your ancestors in the Dumrep? We come from the Congo. Some of us came from Ghana. Who are your ancestors in the India? They will say, yeah, we know. They took us, from the Menamutapa, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, even in the southern parts of Africa. We are African. Okay? So, this is the real answer. Bakoko na bisoe, nkaka in the Bible, yeah. Nkaka also in the Hebrew language means ancestor. The name is still the same in its Lingala language. It's not only Lingala, it's also Kikongo. Nkaka is Kikongo. Koko is Lingala. Okay? And in the Hebrew, it's the same. So, did we Congos now, taking the language from the Hebrew? Or did the Hebrew people, what they used to call themselves, taking the language from us? I think that's a good question. Because still today, there is no evidence that the Congo has spoken Hebrew or Yiddish or Paleo-Hebrew or anything else, but always the Bantu languages. Then Kosa and all of them. The people in the Zimbabwe Delta, Mozambique, and all this area. What languages that we spoke? It's still the same language that we're speaking today. You see?
Kongo, Häuptling erschlagen.
Magundwa, Häuptling erschlagen.
Akunya, Häuptling erschlagen.
Monjangu, Mann erschossen.
Ekumba, Mann
Jidi,
erschossen.
Frau erschossen.
Ekaya,
Lekoka, Mann
erschossen.
Gefängnis erhängt.
Umpuloko,
Bontembe,
Mädchen
Mann
erschossen. Dienbaka,
Italia Russo,
Mann erschossen. Ifoloko Zambe, Mann erschossen. Majambo, Mann erschossen.
Do you know what they are saying? They are counting the names of our forefathers and saying that they were killed and hung, okay? And as you can see, the names, look at these holy names, and you will find these names in the Bible. Can you hear these names? My goodness. They say, Bakoko Nabiso, where are you today? Our forefathers, where did you go? You disappeared. Because they killed all of them that you have seen there. The names that they called were chiefs, kings, and queens. Killed. They finished up the kingdomship. They just took what did they do? They took the childs and start teaching them what? To become a good slave. To become a good Christian, which means slavery. They start baptizing them. Let me show you one. Let me tell you one thing. I want really, as I just said to the other brothers, I don't want to teach a lot about spirituality, but I will show you. I will show you this thing. When you sleep, when you sleep, you are almost dead, right? Or can you, when you sleep, can you control your body and do whatever you want? Who is posting so much? My goodness. When you sleep, what happens to you? When you sleep, right? You can't move, right? You can't think by yourself, right? What happens? Your both eyes closes and your eye in the mid opens. Everything that happens to a human life must be revealed in the dream before it happens. When someone wants to do something bad to you, he must kill you in the spiritual world first before he can come to do the same thing to you in the physical world. Isn't it? And now your eyes are closed because they put you the cross of Jesus in front of your forehead. And you're thinking, when you sleep and you see ancestors and you see the heavens, you think that this is witchcraft. But how did our prophets see other worlds? How could they see the secrets of the universe, the stars, astronomy, and all these kinds of things? It must be revealed to you. Again, you have to close your eyes. What happens when you close your eyes? Darkness. And in this darkness, light and revelations comes out. My goodness. People, brothers and sisters, we are far away, but we are so close. In Gita. So, this is the truth about human. That's why, let me just say it very clear. You have an eye here. That's why when you see a baby, or here also in the hand, when a baby is born and he cries, he holds his hands like this. He holds his hand like this. He don't want to open because his secrets are here. When I show it to you and you take my photo, you go to someone who knows how to read hands, he will read my hands. A baby takes it here so that you don't take his power, when he's a child. And it's in the anus. Okay? Just to tell you, how spirituality works. This is where light is. Light. Who you are. Okay? We have to be very, very, we have to know those things. Okay? We are going there, by the way. Again, it is very important for us yeah, to know that Christianity came to us not to teach us who the Most High is, okay, but to show us another God and to enslave us. It must be in our heart. We have to know that. Even when we went to Spain, to Brazil, they took our best. They took people from us, kings and queens, and they enslaved them there. They became butlers. And do you know what they did? Butt breaking. Hanging us on trees. Abomination. We call it African taboos. They took our light. Now you are blind. It's in the Bible. He says, the eyes of the prophets and seers. I could even start crying. He said he will close it. It's in the scripture. So that the prophets and the seers, they can't see no more. What does this mean? Do you know what Isaiah has said? He called it also the dark time. The time where our people will not receive revelations. The ancestors showed us their back. Where are our ancestors today? The people that you used to call angels and all them, where are they? Okay, very good. Let us continue. Okay. Mama Kimpa wieder.
Der Eingeborene sammelt nicht gerne Kautschuk.
This is what they did.
Zwingen.
We start
Die Soldaten kommen
taking
an,
caoutchouc from them.
beginnen zu plündern.
This is 1899.
Das Getreide, die Ziegen. Und
Okay.
zum Schluss treiben sie die Frauen zusammen. Die bleiben so lange ihre Geiseln, bis die geforderte Menge an Kautschuk gibt.
Okay, we start doing caoutchouc. It's a very nice documentary. I don't want to go deeper into it because there are so many things here that we have so many people here. They are young that used to watch my channel. But you can see, you know, people that think that, oh, the Jewish people, all of them went out of Africa. It's not the truth. We stayed there and they did the worstest things to us.
Ende.
Okay?
Jetzt.
They did the worstest things to us.
Dem Offizier etwas vorweisen.
Cutting our hands. Look, he has a hand in his other. You see? Look at this. Can you imagine?
J'ai pas répondu.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You know? Can you imagine someone just cutting your head, doing the worstest thing to a child? So the curses of Deuteronomy 28 did not only happen to those who went out of Africa, but it also happened to the people that stayed in Africa. Especially when you see the sicknesses part. Look at what kind of sicknesses the Most High have sent to us in the land. And we have people today, they're laughing at us, saying, look at these damn Africans, they're suffering, la 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 la. But they're forgetting that we are in the same boat. We are the same people. Do you get it? We are the same people. There is no difference. You are laughing at me. You are laughing at yourself. Because when I will not make it, you won't make it either. Or do you want the white people to say, oh, good house, nigger, I love you more than the others? You know? And I know that some of our people, many of them, like it is written in the Bible, like it always was, like it was in time of Noah, time of Sodom and Gomorrah, people will always stay and say, don't believe in those kinds of things. Don't go with them. Stay here where we are. And what did always happen when those people started to say, stay here? And even in the last times, I have to make a video about it because if not, I will go out of topic. It is said very often in the scriptures that people will start even preaching and saying, do not go to the promised land, stay here. But what will happen to the people that will stay? Oh yes, the aliens will come. I tell you, these aliens, what they will do with those people, you can't imagine. Because where we will go, we will go. We won't stay, we will go. They will not go with us. But they will do everything that's possible, yeah, to deceive as many as possible. Because of money, brothers and sisters. I have to tell you the truth, it's because of money.
Et aussi la destruction de Shona, donc chez les sionistes au Zimbabwe.
And also the destruction of Shona, that's the Zionists in Zimbabwe.
Et le peuple est parti de l'Est pour fuir vers l'Ouest.
And the people fled from the east, running towards the west.
Et de là a commencé maintenant la grande traite qui est partie maintenant de la côte atlantique qu'on appelait le transatlantique.
From there started the great slave trade that started from the Atlantic coast.
La déportation des Shona, donc la destruction des Shona, a conduit le peuple à prendre deux directions. Les uns ont pris la direction nord.
And the destruction of the Shona people pushed the people to take two directions to flee.
Et les autres ont pris la direction ouest.
The direction towards the north. Others took the direction towards the west.
Et ce qui a donné que le peuple, les tribus sont maintenant formées en parallèle.
Is what resulted in some groups settling in parallel directions.
Et les uns sont à l'est, les autres sont à l'ouest.
Some are in the east, the others are in the west.
Et chacun, ils portent tous le même nom des tribus.
And they all have the same names of the tribes.
Et on voit par exemple les Bembe à l'ouest, les Bembe à l'est.
We see the Bembe in the east and the Bembe in the west.
Et vous voyez les Nyanga à l'ouest, les Nyanga à l'est.
Nyanga east, Nyanga also in the west.
Vous voyez les Lunda à l'est, les Lunda à l'ouest.
You see the Lunda in the east and you see also Lunda in the west.
Les Chokwe à l'est, les Chokwe aussi à l'ouest.
Same thing with the Chokwe.
Vous voyez Luanda, vous voyez Rwanda.
Rwanda, same thing.
Donc ça fait 2 kilomètres qui les séparent, mais ils portent le même nom avec les mêmes caractéristiques.
So there are kilometers that separate them, but they have the same name and they also have the same characteristics.
Voilà la traite transatlantique.
And here's the Atlantic slave trade
of slavery.
Donc ce sont des Juifs qui ont été déportés parce que ce sont eux qui ont fui dans cette partie du continent.
The Jews that were deported because they are the people that went to live and settle in that area.
Ce qui confirme les paroles du prophète que ce sont des Juifs et des Israélites qui seront déportés de l'Afrique.
And that confirms the word of the prophets that it is the Jews that are going to settle in that area of Africa.
Ce n'est pas tous les Noirs d'Afrique qui étaient déportés, seulement des Juifs qui étaient déportés.
It's not Africa that were deported, it's only the Jews that were deported.
Donc c'est dans cette partie de l'Afrique que vous voyez tous les pays qui sont au sud du Sahara.
Oh, it's in this part of Africa that you can see all the people in the south of Sahara.
Dans ces pays-là que vous allez trouver la grande majorité des Juifs qui ont formé ces grands pays d'Afrique.
It is in those countries that you will find a large majority of Jews that formed these big countries that are known today.
Malgré les découpages par les colons,
despite the dividing by the colonizers,
les tribus africaines sont liées les unes des autres par des relations de famille.
The tribes in Africa are connected through family relations.
Et depuis le Sénégal jusqu'en Afrique du Sud, ils ont le même langage, les mêmes cultures et la même morphologie.
From Senegal up to South Africa, they have the same language, the same culture.
Les frontières d'Israël jusqu'en Afrique noire.
Borders of Israel into Black Africa.
Thank you very much. So there's a lot. This is a very this man helped me a lot in my ministry. I took a lot of knowledge from this man. He is a pastor, Thomas, and he's also he's also anthropologist, someone who studied history, a very important person. Yeah. I will play a little bit more about him a little bit later. Like I have said, brothers and sisters, no doubt, we are the Jews. We are. Okay, this is what the world will start showing us now, who we really are, and the world will accept. But like Hitler has said, they will accept with a response, and the response is war. Okay, just to tell you, this is the response of the world to that, what we are teaching here. All the videos that I have made so far with the name World War III was removed from my channel. All of them, because all of them were so powerful when they start talking about it, that YouTube have always a problem. Like with this pandemic thing, you don't say certain things and they will remove. When you say World War III, they have videos outside there where they used to show how the world will end. They never removed it. But when I talk about the World War in the Bible, it's scriptural. It's there. It's in the Joel, it's in the Malachi, it's in the Zephaniah. But everything's there. The world do not want to know that, because when they start listening to those things and start doing their researches, then World War will definitely happen. World War III. Let us continue listening to this brother. I do my tea, and then we are going to find out now in the Strongs, the biblical names and characters of Angola and Congo in the Bible.
Alors, vous allez vous poser la question, mais qu'est-ce qu'on va faire de ces pays? Qu'est-ce qu'on va faire de ces peuples qui sont en Afrique?
Wondering, what are we going to do with these countries? What are we going to do with these people that
Et la Bible nous dit que dans Michée au chapitre 7, verset 11, il dit que le jour où l'on rebâtira tes murs, donc de Jérusalem,
The Bible says that the day they rebuild your wall, Israel,
ce jour-là,
that day,
tes limites seront reculées. En ce jour-là, on viendra vers toi de la Syrie,
that your walls will be rebuilt, that is, of Jerusalem. That day, the walls of your boundaries will be pushed back, and people from Assyria will come.
des villes d'Afrique,
city of Africa,
de l'Afrique jusqu'au fleuve,
from Africa until to the sea,
d'une mer à l'autre,
one sea to another one,
et d'une montagne à l'autre,
a mountain to another one,
comme au jour où tu sortis du pays d'Égypte,
As the day that you left Egypt, and
je te ferai voir des prodiges.
I will show you great things.
Les nations viendront et seront confuses avec toute leur puissance. Elles mettront la main sur la bouche leurs oreilles seront assourdies.
In that day, when your walls are to be built, in that day, the decree shall go far and wide. In that day, they shall come to you from Assyria and the fortified cities.
Dans Jérémie au chapitre 23, versets 6 à 8,
Jeremiah 23, 6, 8.
c'est pourquoi voici les jours viennent, dit l'Éternel, où l'on ne dira plus l'Éternel est vivant, lui qui a fait monter du pays d'Égypte les enfants d'Israël. Mais on dira, l'Éternel est vivant, lui qui a fait monter et qui a ramené la postérité de la maison d'Israël du pays de septentrion, donc de l'Europe, et de tous les pays où je les avais chassés, et ils bâtiront, et ils habiteront dans leur pays. Autre verset, c'est dans Jérémie 16, au verset 14 à 18.
But lives, who brought up the children of Israel from the land of Egypt. But as the Lord lives, who brought up and led the descendants of the house of Israel from the north country and from all the countries where I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land.
Donc nous savons tous que le...
So, with other words, brothers and sisters, with other words, to make it short, when the true Jews starting to know their stories, spirituality, they will wake up from everywhere where the Most High has scattered them, and they will start saying who they are. What means waking up? Waking up means waking up a light. Yeah, you start waking up means you start seeing light, which means you became a new creature among the shackles. Light. You became light. And when you wake up and you walk and you know already who you are, what do you think how people will call you or see you? You became dangerous to them. You became another creature to them. They will fight you. They will try to kill you. And this is what it means waking up. You're waking up among darkness. Darkness, and you wake up into darkness and become light. And light, you can't put light under. You can try to put, you can take light and try to hide the light, to put it somewhere where darkness is. But because it's light, it will always shine. In the moment that we are among the nations, we are like them. Like in the house of the Pharaoh. But in the moment that Tatanzambi awakes us, it means we transform to angels. We transform even to gods. And because the spirit is like a baby, if it enters into your body, you become light, you start shining, right? When Moses came from the mountains, he starts shining because he had the vision, he saw the Most High. This Most High starts to interact with you. He starts sending you angels to tell you who you are, to teach you, to help you with certain circumstances in your life. He starts to repair your life. He starts to repair your family. But then you are also dangerous for the world. You are different than the world. You became light, enlightened. You became illuminated. Yeah, does it make sense what I say? No? And when this happens, yeah, they will start fearing now that you will start recruiting people. What does the world fear most? If someone who has power has also a lot of people behind him. And when there's truth and spirit behind those people, who are they then? Who is this person? He's like a Messiah figure. He became like a Messiah. You see? This is the truth about being in light among people. You might think you don't see it, or because it started small. The light that you receive, it started small. As more you learn, as more you worship, and as more the Most High shows you, you grow spiritually. And the Most High will make you your enemies to respect you. Like he will give you something that protects you among your enemies. They will respect you. And this is how he says, who will go to Edom and inherit Edom? We have to take over. It's the Moor land. The Moors, the land of the Moors. They can't do anything to you, because if they do something, they will go to jail. They have to pay. They have to do this. So they will watch you and try to deceive you with war, to deceive you, to give you their women's a lot of work, blah, 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 blah. But they can't finish you off. You can only destroy yourself. This is the only thing what you can do. Because you became enlightened. You touched the Most High's finger. The Most High's hand goes like this, and your hand, you do like this with the Most High. He showed you, this is the connection between father and son. When you do this one time, okay, it's over. No one can take it from you no more. Okay, let's go to the final part. Let us read a little bit. So Judah, Congo, and Jerusalem, or Israel for Bangala. It's the 1 Kings 11, 35 and 36. Just take your pen. Take your pen and and write it down, because it's important. But I will take the kingdom out of the hands of his son, and I will give you 10 tribes thereof. I will leave a tribe to his son, that David my servant may always have a lamp before me in Jerusalem, the city which I have chosen to put my name there. So Jerusalem, the king of Salem, Melchizedek. Melchizedek. I thought I have something here for Melchizedek as well. No problem. Okay, let's continue. No problem. All good? So, this is the Most High. I will leave a tribe to his son, that David my servant may always have a lamp. This is the light, what we have spoken about. So this lamp will never disappear. So there will be always a lamp, even during slavery. A lamp must show. This is why we have to follow our brothers into America, into the Caribbeans, because they also have another lamp that was derived out of the land that we follow. When the white people followed us up from the north of Africa down to the south, it's because a light showed them the way where we are. When the three kings wanted to visit Isaiah's birth, there was a lamp, a star that showed them the way. So this is the thing that you have. There is something that black people have, and they do not know why the world hates them. They think it's because of their color, but they're always forgetting there is something light. There's light in them, and this light shows them that they are from the Most High, and this is what pisses off the nations. Okay. He said, the city which I have chosen and put my name there. So it must be a city, okay? It must be a place that carries the Most High's name. Like it must be a people that carries the Most High's name. The kingdom was therefore divided into two. The Bangalas tribes of the North, Hebrew words meaning exiled sons. Ephraim, you can go here to the Strongs. Also, Hephrani in the Greek or in the Hebrew, because it's the same. And it's Greek and Hebrew. It's this language is from them. They're very similar. And the Southerners, the Kongo, so in the south, which comes from the Hebrew bar, means son. Like me, I am a Kongo. Yeah, my tribe is a Kongo. I'm a Kongo. Okay? And Congo, which comes from the Hebrew word Kangor. Oh, Congo is not the Bible. Here it is. And which means belt. Okay, now I know where we're going to find Melchizedek. This will be nice. Oh, the girdles. Yeah, this is what it means. Congo is the girdle. Also, center. Girdle, center. Ecuador. The midst. When you see in the book of Enoch, where Adam said, say, bury me in the midst of the world. Okay, it's there. When we saw the video that passed and says, oh, Bangkaka, tell me where you are. So our forefathers, they were buried in the midst of the earth, the valley of dry bones, there. The wilderness, there. Now look, now we know we have Congo here now, right? Thanks to also to Yaya Chiba Malonga, thanks to this pastor there that you saw there. They made a lot of researches. Thanks to myself here, Massa, yeah, and to all the other prophets that are doing this work. These are our researches, yeah, that we have made so far over the years, showing all the secrets here. Okay, that's why one hand can never wash your face. We have to stay together. Now, Congo in the Hebrew means belt, yeah, in the Bible. The girdles from the Hebrew verb kanga, close the girdle sons called Judah and Jerusalem. Okay, Salem. Yeah, Salem. Youngest from them is Benyamunu. Read Joshua 18 and 28, which means Benjamin. Zelah Elf's Jebus, which is Jerusalem. Gibeat and Kiryat, 14 cities and their villages. This was the inheritance of the children of Benjamin according to their families. Let us examine a sly prophecy of Massa and his vision. Deuteronomy 33 and 7. Here is about Judah and Jerusalem, the Bakongos, what he says. Hear ye, O Nzambi, the voice of Bakongo, Judah, and brings to this people that his hands are powerful and that you are using him against his enemies. We note the part of the Bakongos will be separated from the people. Massa uses the same verb that Zephaniah 3:20 uses to bring back. We see that the Bakongos are the prey of the enemies. Remember 28 and 68. You will be sold to your enemies. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. Tatanzambi will scatter you among all peoples from one end to the other earth, and there you will serve other gods, yeah, that neither you nor your fathers knew. Wood and stone, representatives of Catholic cross, Edomite Christianism, and the stone of Islam, worship in Mecca. The wood also symbolized the Bitkits. Moreover, the word biteka in the Hebrew word, which means object of trust. And there is the witchcraft that we start to do against the Most High. Or confidence. Not all Bakongo's Judah who should endure slavery. No, 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 no. Remember, not all Bakongo are captive. A large part, let's read Ezekiel 6, 8 to 9. And this is what I definitely will read. But it's here, it's even here. A lot of people writing, eh? The people love the teaching. But I will leave some remnants of you who shall escape the sword among the heathen, when ye are scattered to various countries. Your escape shall remember me among the heathens, where they shall be captive, because I have broken their adulterers and unfaithful hearts and their eyes. I told you about the eyes. I told you about the eyes. Which have played the harlot after the idols. They themselves will be loathed because of their disgrace which they have done. Because of all their abominations, everything is clear. If part of my Bakongo people are in captivity, it is because of their infidelity, idolatries of our fathers. But the Almighty will bring them back. Okay? And this is the verse that is very important that I showed, that also the pastor was saying. Let us read this verse. So if people want to say something, I'm gonna send you the link, so you can start entering. I'm gonna send you the link. If you click on it, then you will be on this video, and then you can say that what you think that is important for us to know. So the Lord judges the nation. For behold, in those days, at the time where I restore fountains of Judah and Jerusalem, I will gather all the nations and bring them down to valley of Josaphat, and I will enter into the judgment with them there on behalf of my people, my heritage Israel. Okay? Because they have scattered them among the nations and have divided up my land. Where did people divide Southern America? When did people start dividing Brazil? When did people start dividing Asia? When did people start dividing the new so-called Canaan in the Middle East? We know who divided what in the 1800s. We know that the Berlin Conference was real. We know that the borders of Africa are that we are divided in Africa today. We know historical what happened. We know now who Judah and Jerusalem are. We know that from this people where Salem is. When we talk about Jerusalem, we're talking also about Jerusalem, the land of Canaan. It's there in the Congo. So Canaan is in Congo, up to the southern part of Africa. This is the land of Canaan. Judah, the people of Judah must live in the land of the Jews. And where did they live? In Jerusalem, in the southern part of it. Now look, And I will enter into judgment with the nations on the behalf of my people, and my heritage is Solele, because they have scattered among them the nations and have divided my land up, and have cast a lot for my people, and have traded a boy for a prostitute, I told you, and have sold a girl for wine and have drunk it. What are you to me, O Tyre and Sidon, and all the region of Philistia? Yeah, these are the people that lives in the north of Africa. What are you to me? Yeah, are you paying me back for something? If you are paying me back, I will return your payment on your own head, swiftly and speedily. Brothers and sisters, this Morocco and all these people there, brother. I don't want to say too much about the judgment in this video here, because we are going to. I'm breaking down the revelations step by step. But I will tell you something. When he's talking about Jehoshaphat, he's talking about the tribulation that will happen all over Asia, Europe, Europe, or Greek and all these places, Italy, all these Asian places that fought the real, the Most High's treasures, that the Most High's people, okay, up to Somalia, all these areas there, war. And that's why I always say this place is Nigeria and all these places. War. They laugh at us in Congo. Look at Congo. Look there how they look like. Look how this and this happen. If I am not the prophet, this will not happen to them. But if I am a prophet, be careful. It is coming very hard to these areas. This Iraq, Iran. That's why they had never peace. And they will also never have peace. Russia, these areas there. War against the United States in these areas there. But where we will go, they won't enter. He say, for you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried my rich treasures into your temples. You have sold the people of Judah and Jerusalem to the Greeks. Did they not sold us to the Greeks in order to remove them far from their own border? Behold, I will steer them up. I will what? Steer them up. The place to which you have sold them, and I will return your payment on your head. So he will restore Africa, give us the righteous knowledge, and then he's gonna start fighting against the nations. Okay, this is the part where you're gonna see Isaiah, Isaiah coming with an army. Okay, for this Isaiah coming with an army part, I can also show you a video. Okay. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. I wanna be in their numbers. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
On 28/8/2016, God revealed this prophecy through Prophet Sadhu Sundar Selvaraj. I
I see the Lord Jesus as a mighty lion walking around many territories, especially in Central Africa. From Kenya in the east, is walking around up to the western of Nigeria in the west. Even including Ghana, and then all the way up to Congo in the south. I see the Lion of Judah walking around that territory, marking out his territory. He's saying, this is mine. He's going to lay his foundation there. Lay his base there. And raise up his army from there.
His army from there. Oh, Gambo, Gambo, in Geta.
Is going to rise up as a mighty warriors.
Do you know who we are? This is Wakanda. You see,
The Spirit of the Lord will come upon my dear daughters
this
in that region.
spirit and truth.
You are no more going to be downtrodden.
You think
You are no more going to be raped and abused physically. For the Lord God Himself will protect you as a lion.
The Most High will fight for us. This is the truth, okay? This is the truth about what the most of the people do not understand, okay? The Most High loves. Do you people know what love means? Why did I say there is no other commandment than love that is bigger than the love? If you love someone, or if you love, the Most High, you don't do sorcery. You don't do offend His creation. You don't do that. If you love His creation and His people, you will not do anything bad to your neighbors. You will always support your neighbors. Brothers and sisters, here is the truth about what I'm saying. Not to be Christian will make you to go to heaven. But the one who has love to his brother and supports the world, supports the Most High's mission, he will make it into heaven. Only he will make it into heaven. The one, not by, I don't say that you have to give money, la la la. No. The love must be behind your doing. The love must be there to build up the Most High's kingdom so that we have peace and harmony with the Most High. This is the law that Massa is giving you here. For all the people that teach us outside there, if you want to challenge me by that, come. If there is something else that the Most High did not say, but besides love, because He has loved us so much, that's why we became now carnal. In carnal, we came into flesh. Because we also are spirits, spiritual beings. But do you know what spirits do? They obey the Most High only. They don't have this world life like we do here. And that's why He gave us a chance to always come, so that we can always come here in flesh. And He gave us Kachopia, this planet. We're going to come to the spiritual things very soon. The word Angola First of all, I have to make it clear. um, the Kingdom of Congo, Congo Angola, Congo Cameroon, Congo Zaire, which also Congo Zaire and Angola, Congo Brazzaville, Gabon, and also a part of Cameroon. Okay. Angola was in the south, also associated to the Congo Kingdom. That's why you don't see here so many verses or or things about Angola tribe or Angola people or Angola kingdom as himself. Because it was the Congo kingdom. The word is pronounced Ngola in the Angolan language. Ngola comes from the Hebrew word Golan, and this Golan you can also find it in the Middle East, right? Let me just check. I think it must be there in the Middle East as well. Or Golan. See? It's here. Somewhere. Golan. Here, Golan Höhen. Here. Merom Golan. So there is in this place here where Assyria is, all these places here you have here that is called the heights of Golan, the mountains of Golan. Okay. You see, so they have a lot of things about Golan. Okay. Here, Israel also, Golan. Golan in Israel is the place of agriculture. I love to know all these things. My goodness, this is the Golan areas in the Middle East here. Yeah, can also translate it to you easily. Zack. The Golan is mountain range in the northeast Israel that extends to neighbor bordering Syria. The basaltic heights plateau east northeast of the Sea Galilee measured 60,000 kilometers north south and about 25 kilometers wide. Many people are familiar with the term Golan Heights and associated with armed conflicts between Israel and Syria. Yeah. And there is also it's around the Sea of Galilee. This is how they used to say, but we don't want to go out of topic. I have so much to say about it about these lies, but okay. Anyway, let us continue. This is where the name Gola, okay, derived from, which means passage of Exodus. Yeah, passage of Exodus or captivity. And now we're going a little bit nearer to the word, what it really means. From Angola. Slave trade. You see? Here. Okay, you have a mass. Let me make this picture a little bit bigger. Can I have this picture bigger, please? It doesn't work. I think it's good like that. So you can see that the bigger people went from western part of Africa, which is Angola. Yeah, some even from southern Africa, as you can see, and passed to the Brazil. But the most of them went to Arabia, Yemen. Yeah. Okay. This is the from the people from the east, right? The most of them went to Asia. But from us here, you have the Gold Coast, you have the Côte d'Ivoire, Senegal, Sierra Leone, and all these places. Benin, yeah. They came from all these areas, But from the Angola, you see them going to Brazil, but also going up to the north, straightwards. So there is a mass, like 45% from hundreds, from the slaves came from the Congo Delta, the house of exile. Angola, voyage means also that what we have written here, read here, passage, exodus, another exodus, the exodus that you saw from Egypt. There's another exodus that happens from the Angola to the west, Southern America, Latin America. This word Angola comes from North or from Sudan. Then you have some cities there like Wambo, Angola, that you Angola like Dozaire. Yeah, it's in the northwest from Angola. And this city is northwest, comes from the Hebrew word Ozair, father of Palal, who built ramparts of Jerusalem. So this is for me and where Jerusalem is. If some people wants to go to white people's maps, I am a biblical person, and yeah, Jonathan is inside. So let me just show this one, then we are gonna go with Jonathan. Rwanda, and we saw that people from Rwanda have also the name. The people of Rwanda took the name of the people of Rwanda. They wandered, right? Comes from the Hebrew word Yoada or Hawada, yeah, Yehuada. The word has adorned, unveiled, or let go. This is what it means. The Lord has adorned or unveiled or let. So be praised. Yeah, this is what it means. The Lord has adorned, unveiled, or let be praised. This is what Rwanda means today. Which comes from the Hebrew word Yehoada. Be praised, Judah also has the same name, like Luanda in Angola. Son of soul. Son of who? Son of soul. Here, read by yourself. I can type it here, copy, and send it to you. Read by yourself and do your researches. First Chronicles 8:36 and Daniel 9:42. Okay, now let's go. Family. See me, family. How are you doing? Is everything okay?
Hey, can you hear
Yes.
me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Ah, mon cher. Ah, Massa. No. Wumela. That was a powerful teaching, huh? Huh? Wumela Massa. No, I just came just to encourage you, brother. Hallelujah. I just came to encourage you, man. Yeah. Man. These are the things, you know what? You guys have to respect Massa, my brothers and sisters. There's not many people who can say these things. My brothers and sisters, you know, it brought me back memories because I remember I used to use your notes and also Tsiba's notes in 2013. These notes, remember, I used to debate those Hebrew Israelites from the United States of America. One guy asked me, the knowledge you have, you work for the CIA. I said, no, brother, I'm a Congo. So I just wanted to, yeah.
Wow.
He says you work for the CIA. I don't work for CIA. So man, what a teaching, brother. I won't add, I won't subtract. Man, I was enjoying, and keep on doing the great work. Your videos the anointing has increased, man. I'm enjoying the videos, brother. So I just wanted to encourage you, man. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, brother. Okay. Hey, fasting is life. How are you?
He is driving his truck. Yes.
Hey, I'm doing good. Can you guys hear me?
I do.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah, I'm always on the road working, slaving in America.
Wow.
All praises.
Wow.
It starts with the words that Abraham went south. He went south. He didn't go to
That's a
Russia.
bomb.
He didn't go to Russia, and we have to be
That's a
clear.
bomb.
We will find our animals in the Bible, our valleys, our mountains. We will find our culture in the Bible. We will find our names in the Bible, our traditions in the Bible. Yeah. What's going on? Who wants to
It's all
teach
there.
us what is
It's all there.
ours?
Everything is there. You
Who
can't
wants
deny
to
it.
teach
You
us
can't
what
deny
is
it, brother.
ours? So it's very easy for us to identify us with that. They say, Yahweh,
Yeah.
It's Kikongo. It's a fact.
Yeah.
Demonizing the name.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
We say It's Kikongo. It was always Kikongo. Yaya means
Kikongo.
brother or
Everything is
elder.
Kikongo.
Exactly.
Elder, yeah. It's Kikongo. It's Kikongo. And when you go to Southern Cameroon, Gabon, and Congo, Congo Brazzaville, Congo Kinshasa, you'll hear the name. Even you see the queen of Gabon, the queen of the farm people. She says Nzambe. Us, we say Nzambi because we are from the Southern Kingdom. The P, they say Nzambe. So Nzambe is the most praised name in Africa. So these African Americans think they're gonna come to Africa and remove Nzambe. Sometimes I listen to them, I'm like, you guys are mad. You know what I'm saying? You guys are mad. And so for me, that's why look, from what I understand is there's a lot of frustration, okay? A lot of frustration, and all of us were deceived. We just have to be humble. We have to be humble. It's like you see Mongo Congo is here because what's his name? I watch his videos and he talks a lot about the Mongo people and the Musaka area that not many people know. I've got some people from Musakata and everything, and he's talking about the history, which is good. So yeah, man, I just wanted to encourage you. And Massa out.
Bye. Yeah. Okay, brother Mongo, do you have something to tell us?
No problem.
Yes, greetings first of all. I want to put my camera on. I like to show faces. Well, 1 second. So can you see me properly? Greetings. We'll say Mikhael Massa. So the reason why I've come on here, I just wanted to basically ask some questions in relations to, people groups and who's who in terms of in the north of DRC and to the south of DRC and up to Angola. So the first thing I want to ask you, when you say Bangala, because I know Fasting for Life is here, I ask Fasting for Life this question as well. When you say Bangala, are you using using that term in the same sense as you're using the term Bantu, or are you using it in the sense that a tribe called Bangala exists in the
Was it the question or?
Yes, a question. So I'll repeat the question. I'm not too sure if there's a delay here. When you use the term Bangala, because in your people's doctrine, it says that the Bangala people are the Northern Kingdom, correct? Is there a delay where you are, or
no? I have no delay. I can hear you. There's a delay with your
yeah, it's probably me then. It's probably
exactly.
me. Let
There's
me
a little
try and
delay.
sort out something.
Where are you now?
So
are
I'm
you
going to
in
repeat
England
the question.
or where are you? Because this delay is immense.
No, I'm in England. Yeah, I'm in England, based in London.
England. Okay, no, brother, look, the Bangala. This. I think this is something that you have to ask yourself. When we say Northern Kingdom, when we say Northern Kingdom, we know that we are talking about, when we came to this region, we had 12 tribes in the kingdom of Makoko. Yeah, this is something the Bible will say tribes. Yeah, we know that there are more than 12 tribes in Africa, you know. But the Bible say 12 tribes that came from the kings of Congo in this region, and the northerners, they are not only the Bangalas. You have different kinds of people that come from they are northern. As you know, we hear when you ask your fasting life, he can describe you different kinds of people that comes from the north. And then you have also people that came from the south. And there you have the people that spoke Lingala, and you have the people that spoke Kikongo. But we were the same people. Is this the answer that you wanted to hear? Because if it comes now to all the names, if it comes now to all the names of people in Congo, this would take us because I have all the references, yeah, from all the people in Congo, from all the tribes, also combined to the Bible. We will find all the tribes in the Congo. We will find them also in the Bible. No joke. But this would take us a lot of time, you know. So that's why, yeah.
Right.
But I think you have asked this question already to our brother fasting his life, you know, and he answered to you about the northerners.
And also,
let
also.
Go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to ask. There's also people have to remember locations and places most of the time are the name of an ancestor. And second of all, sometimes the name that they reference to is not the name of quote unquote how they call themselves. It's the name of the location, right? I'll give an example for the Ngwandi people. The great ancestors, after they multiplied, when they got to what they call the Ubangi area, they didn't name themselves Mbandi. It's once they lived there and they developed a new language, the people of those areas started calling them Mbandi people, and that name sticked, but they never called themselves that. So, and people also have to remember when people migrate, right? Families split, and some families will adopt a name. So I'll use an example. My family, we came from Congo, right? So we're living in America. Let's say after 200 years, my great-great-grandchildren, they go back to Congo. What will Congolese call them? They will call them Americans. They say, you're not Congolese, you're American. But if you follow the block, if they didn't keep the history, they came from Congo. But how did they get to America? Migration. So what tends to happen is when families split, if they don't keep the history, they don't pass it from one generation to another, it gets lost. And like I said, people adopt names, they change, right? So one great example, the things that have happened to our people were brought over here. They don't have, that's why they can say, I'm not African, I'm Native American. Why? Because they have no way of tracing to the first ancestor who was brought here. They don't know. They have no clue. So it's the same thing that happened within what you call Congo, where people were going to different places, right? Misplaced. They would adopt a name. It's the same thing that the one that people are doing right now. They call themselves Banyamulenge. But they didn't start there. They moved to the land, adopted a new name, and now they're Congolese. It's happening within this century. That's why I try to tell people, you have to go back to the origin because something happened. And if you can go back in line, you may go like 200 years. What about 500 years? What about 1,000 years? We always migrated within Africa from one place to another. The thing is, when the Europeans came and studying our history, our elders, they closed their mouth. They killed some of them. So People have to remember, even after we're using the Mundele's information, they don't have everything. That's why we have to go back to our elders and ask them. That's why I keep telling people, go back to your village, go back to the God of your ancestor, and maybe it will lead you to the truth. Because if you're still going to the foreigners and what they tell us, you're gonna get lost. That's one thing I find out. I don't believe nothing they tell us. It's like you get the information, but let us go back to our ancestors. Ask our elders. We still have kings in the village. Like we have a king. Why not go talk to our kings? That's, it's simple.
Do you know, Mongo Congo?
Yeah,
We're using the Bible for a reason. The whole world was deceived with the Bible. And we have now to describe and to decode the Bible to show that we are found in the Bible, and that there is also some truth in us that we have to know that is in this book that are very important for us. Because when the Most High say, I don't know if you believe in God or Tatanzambi or in God Most High, if the Most High say that you have to go back to remember, that you have to go back and to remember.
I think that there's a delay on my side, so I'll keep quiet until you finish.
If you have to go back and to understand who you are and to learn to decode what kinds of things you have done, it's very, very important to know that the Bible is used by different kinds of people in this world. Yeah, to tell some people a history. Some of the histories are, how can I say, not fables, but some of the histories are, stories that people told us, but some of the history happened really, and we have to, if we start reading it, it gives you a nice context. Even if you go to the story of the Congos themselves, you will always, and you compare it to the stories of the Bible, it is very similar, and that's why we always come with the scriptures, and show the people who we are and what we are, and who not. We have never called ourselves Jews. We have never called ourselves Hebrews, and those things. That's why
so what I wanted to build
the job that you're doing about telling people from the tribes, like it is, in the Congo perspective, like people in the
Nandenge ya Solo.
Yeah, exactly. This is very good. When I go to the villages, in the Beulah land or in Banza Congo or whatever, they will not take the Bible out. They will not read the Bible and say, "Oh, look." No, but when we worship when we worship, and then sometimes you hear from one or two of them saying, "Look, this is also the ancient Jerusalem. This is also the place where this and this place a person has done this and these things." So the revelations from us came from the Spirit, and they have done a good job by writing this book and to try to deceive us with names and location and all those kinds of things. You and your job that you're doing, what is very important there is, I think Mwanda Semi, some Gunzas that we have outside there, even Pan-Africanists. Everyone comes with the history that we know. The histories like that we know. But even in those histories, we have to know that the white man very often had his hands in those histories. Very often, very, very often. Even in the Egyptian histories, mostly it's written by white people. And when a historian starts to say something, he always goes back to the Bible. Always. He goes somewhere, he starts to to cross the Bible, but then it catches him again, and he has to say some Bible terms. You can see one of our great person that is doing good work. What is his name? From South, very dark. What is his name? I forgot his name. Yeah, Jonathan should be here now. The brother. He's from South Africa, but normally he's also not a South African.
You're talking about Joshua.
Mapong.
Joshua.
Mapong. But he also will always take the Bible for an example, because the Bible has deceived the black nation. Yeah, it was the Bible, nothing else. Huh? It was Christianity and Islam and all this. So if he wants to catch those people, yeah, you have to show them. Yeah, that they are liars. I saw your job.
Yeah, it's almost like showing them their own rule book.
Exactly. Because how can that be? It is the Bible. It is not. It is. They say it's not. It has nothing to do with us. But why can we find our terms, our names, our villages in it? Which means they stole a history that is not theirs. Do you see? Even in the Congo history of Ethiopia, you will see that Tatan Zalampandu and Mama, whatever her name was, that when they fall to the palm trees, okay, it was in Ethiopia. So it's clear the history are very similar, very, very similar. The only differences are we had much more prophets. They will tell you even more about the migration, especially when it comes to Southern Africa, Zimbabwe, and the prophets that lead us during these migrations, and to the difficulties that we had with Somali and other nations and all these kinds of things. In the Bible, it's not there. But we have also to know something. It's a book. Yeah? If you have someone in the village, an elder who have, or elders that they heard from their forefathers, and they heard from their forefathers, and give it to their sons, definitely you can write a new book. Okay? Brother, we are going to alchemy. We are going to alchemy. We are going to spirituality. Do you see somewhere spirituality or alchemy here? We are going to practices of war, to those kinds of things, hidden treasures and all this kind of. Did you ever see those kinds of things here? We are going to know how they destroyed the Mbundus, the clans, what the specific work was from each clan, the blessings and work, because each clan had his work and things that they have were blessed with. Go ahead.
Brother Massa,
yeah.
To add into what you say, right? The Mbandi people, according to what the Europeans say, Mbandi people were known for making weapons, right? Of all the tribes in the Congo, they say they were known for making weapons. But when they tell you weapons, you know what they show you? They show you spear, they show you machete, and stuff like that. But what they don't tell you is my father had to tell me. I asked him, I say, did the white man bring shotgun or guns or gunpowder to Congo? They're like, no. He's like, my grandpa, they were known for making was it the little hole for the shotgun? What do you call them? The entryway, like when you look at a gun, the little long stick where the bullet goes inside.
The barrel.
Yeah, the barrel. Yeah, they were making it. And the gunpowder. So I asked my dad, I said, well, history tells us that the Chinese, like the Europeans, got the gunpowder technology from the Chinese. My dad is like, well, I don't know, but we never had any contact with the Chinese. We were making gunpowders already. Now watch this. Was that information in any Congolese history book? No.
No.
Word
and
of mouth.
Plenty of stuff
it was always oral. So what happened is we didn't write books, and when the Europeans came, some things our ancestors. That's why what do you think in Missouri they say they do the symbol close your mouth, because they, according to them, some things should not be told. They know but they're not gonna say. But what is it? Bantu people also want people from Equateur. They knew how to move in the water, right? So when the Europeans were going over there in the docks,
We had ships, ships and boats.
The technology of making boats. That's how they were able to update
Which people
when
are
they
you
went back
talking
to
about?
Europe.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying.
Which people are you talking about?
I'm talking
In
about
the
Mandi
Equateur?
people. I'm talking about my tribe. I'm saying my tribe.
Okay.
The people there was no quote unquote school how to build a boat. How did they know how to build boats? And when the Belgians were coming there, they saw how they were building boats. They're like, oh. And then when they went back to Europe, they started updating their ships. People don't, but like I say, you're not gonna find this in a book. They tell you, oh, the European watched the Congolese people learn how to build boats. So when they went back to Europe, they used their newfound knowledge and updated their ship. You're not gonna find this in any books. No, they're not gonna tell you. They can't tell you. But in our oral tradition, they tell us, they say, yeah, when they came, they saw how ancestors were calling the wood to build the boat. They watched them, they wrote some things down, and when they came back, they brought in new things. But they're not gonna give the quote unquote ancestors credit for watching them. That's why we say some things in books are not gonna be written. That's why we say the Bible doesn't have everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I fasting for life? Can I build on that? Can I just want to speak now, if you, Mikhael, if I can speak now, in relation to the subject.
Go ahead.
You can hear me? Yeah, right. So fasting for life, you made mention in relation to some things not being in book, and just to build on that, if you look at the Ubangi River going down, going all the way down into Congo, that is where the northern blacks, the first northern blacksmiths, that's the areas that they came from. If you recall, when I had the discussion for you, I basically said you're more Bandi people, or more likely related to Zande people, and this is not clear in the books. So I'm basically building on your subject in relation to not everything is in the book. That's why when you hear, when I say the word blacksmith, another word for blacksmith in the Equateur area was sometimes called Kuba. So when you leozo betali bende, when you're hitting the metal, you call it Kuba. When those people reach further down, these people formulated pacts or partnerships with what we call Teke people and people groups who were once referred to as Bobangi people. So yeah, I understand what you're saying. And going back to what we were talking about with Mikhael, you made mentions that today the Tutsi Rwandans, etc., or Banyamulenge, they are Congolese now, and this is based on obviously national borders or national law, correct?
Who, Tutsis?
No.
Based on national law, they are Congolese.
No, I'm saying that I'm saying I mentioned that conflict because they labeled themselves Congolese, but they were never Congolese. Why? Because they were the refugees who came to Congo when they had their civil war, and we welcomed them as refugees. But they turned around and started calling themselves Congolese, which they're not. It's like, it's like in the Bible it talks about, it says that his people will be Gentiles, right? But the thing is, the Rwandese people are not Gentiles in ignorance. They made themselves, quote unquote, by leaving their national place, which is Rwanda, coming to the Congo and calling themselves Congolese by force, which they're not. There's no history to show them that they are from the Congo region. You see what I'm saying? So I use that as an example to show why it should happen. They're not Tebanyamulenge, they're not one example. Bayaka. Have you heard of Tebayaka? Have you heard about them?
There's four different ones. So which one are you speaking about?
There is only one. When you hear Bayaka, it's the people from Angola, from South. So that's why I say.
There's one in, there's some in, they're not the same. There's one in Angola. There's one in DRC Congo. There's one in Central African Republic, and there's one bordering Central African Republic and Cameroon. and sometimes
No.
this might be spelled with an I, sometimes
But
spelled with a Y. And
but
the one that he
let me
means
just
is the
land.
one.
there is only one Bayaka. Now, like I
Exactly.
said, you have to look at the history.
No, there's
Exactly.
They never
I'm not
call
gonna.
themselves.
Yeah, I'm not
They
gonna.
never call. Hold on. They never call themselves Bayaka because look at the word Bayaka. They came.
I
You see
know
what I'm
that's.
saying?
I know that. I know.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, those people, the Angolese people were coming because of the war that was happening over there. The Congolese people called them Bayaka. Right now, in Equateur, there is also a tribe called Mbaka, Lengbaka, Mbaka. To the Mbandi people, the Mbandi people call them in Mbandi language. Mbaka means those over there, those over there. In Mbandi history, they said when the families were spreading around to the different parts of Ubangi area. The Mbaka people came from the Mbandi people family. Like I was saying, the name Mbandi was never theirs. It's a name that was given. They adopted that label because of the new language. But they were speaking Mbandi prior when they were in Libya or Sudan. That's what I say. If you're looking at history,
I've got about 5 minutes.
Yeah. If you're looking at modern history, yeah, what I'm saying is because
I do look at modern history. That's refined.
I understand.
What I want to add is that you know, you use the example for Rwanda today. They're calling themselves Congolese. It's almost in the same sense where national borders is established. Are you aware these national borders are also established by linguistics? Are you aware of that?
National borders were,
for example, I'll give you an example. Even on a regional level, that's why today even using some linguistic methods, they was able to identify where the core Bakong people are located, from northern Angola spreading out into the southern region of Congo Central up to Congo Central, Brazzaville, etc. The same way they are able to get the Suba speakers, etc. I'm mentioning this to you to let you know that the same when you're talking about the Rwandans claiming to be Congolese, this would have taken place by their theories. If you go outside of like mainstream academia, the Tutsi and Hima people's theories will say that they arrived around the regions in the 19th century. Why does it not apply to Bandi people? Because according to Bandi people as well, you can confirm they didn't arrive in Congo probably around the same time as well. And it was only in the 1950s or approaching the 1950s, Bandi people were noted as inhabitants inside DRC Congo. And even when they was noted as inhabitants of DRC Congo, they were Congolese per se, according to national law. In the same fashion, we're referring to national law today. And this is relative to the scriptures because
that's actually false.
Let me finish. Because if you're talking about scriptures as well, okay, people was already within their geographical locations before Otaya and Sidon was selling people, or before the concept of Deuteronomy 28:68 took place. There would have been people already located in specific locations. So if people are coming into locations after and claiming to be of the same. This is why I asked you earlier: Are you of the same biological bloodline as the people indigenous to DRC Congo? Because if you come after, like the Tutsis would say, like they've obviously come after, or there was always around that region, it kind of conflicts with some biblical narratives according to your own people's doctrine. Do you understand why I'm asking this question?
Let me ask you, what is your source that people? I'm speaking now. I'm asking you because you made a lot of statement before your question. So I'm going because what's it say? Malembe. Line upon line, right? No. I'm gonna speak how I want to speak. So just like you, I let you speak. I'm gonna speak now. When you say, brother, let me speak now. I'll let you speak.
Not with me on that options first.
When you spoke on, because the thing is, when people make statement, you have to look at where's the source. In your last few phrases, you said Mandi people were quote unquote not like they never settled until the 19th century. I would love to hear that history, right? And for the people listening, 19th century, they're talking about the 1800s, right? The Europeans, the Berlin Conference, they split Africa in the 1800s, 1885 to be exact, 1884, 1885. So the question is, that's saying before quote unquote they started splitting Africa. So who talked to the Mbandi people to tell them that, oh, you guys didn't get here till the 19th century when I have my family tribe, and out of the whole mouth they said they migrated from the Sudan area after the Arab invasion in the 1300s. So the question is, when it comes to information, who shall we believe? You say, from your information, they said 19th century. The Mbandi people,
it's not my information.
Tribe,
I'll make reference to people in the Equator. Before there was a Mongala province, there was a province.
Wait a second. Hold on. Just let them speak, and then I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna explain.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What I'm saying is, certain information, like I always say, when we're looking for information, we have to look at where it's coming from, right? Now, you mentioned also about the Tutsi people.
Yeah,
do you know that the Tutsi people, they haven't even been in the Rwanda area in less than 400 years? Do you know that? Do you know that it was actually the German, when it comes to we talk about politics, they facilitated those people who came from what you call Somalia, Eritrea, to come in that region? Do you know that? Do you know
Why
that?
would you assume I don't know that?
What I'm saying,
highlighted that.
No, what I'm saying is, when you found that information, why did he not say that the Tutsi people, they're not Aboriginal of that land, they were brought over by certain European influence in like 400, or how should I put this, in less than 400 years, meaning during the quote unquote slave trade period stuff that was happening, right? The Tutsi people got there, but they didn't come there quote unquote on their own. Something happened. Why did they mention it? Like I say, when we do studies, we always have to double check on where we're getting information on, because even in Congo right now, they're changing history.
Yes, I know they're changing history.
Massa.
I know that. Yeah, I know that. And to
just let me, because we can wait a minute. We can do another session where we're gonna discuss this, because this I just did my teaching, and people must learn from that what I have teached. So the thing that I just want to say is, I want to close this session. I will say it very clear. The book, the Bible, came from our forefathers, and the most of them were inspired spiritually. When they used to say certain things, they prefer the things to pass in the future, in the past, and it's happening now. And the most important thing is about the things in this book. When we are decoding the book, and finding ourselves, the Mbundus, the tribes, and all these kinds of things in the book, and it tells us that this is the Asian Salem, and this is the ancient kingdom, and all these kinds of things. We have to know that. You wasn't there, I wasn't there, okay? But in spirit, and this is where the problem is. This is where the most of the people will come with intellectual thoughts or whatever. In spirit, we know, that when we follow our forefathers, they will tell you what happened. Like, for me, an example, when I go to the Beulah land is not a kingdom no more. But when you ask the people there, they will tell you, yeah, we are something like a new generation. When our forefathers came here, they told us that here in this area, it was a kingdom. It was built. They had warriors. They had, they had technology. It was developed, which means the modern stories of the Congolese people today, or the people in Africa, especially in the sub-Saharan Africa, must be restored, must be told new. It must be, it must be restored. When we came to Africa, Kachopia, where's Kachopia? Kachopia is in the Congo region, Sudan, and we just went to Egypt we just went to Egypt for different kinds of reasons. That's why we went to Egypt. But not every one of us went to Egypt as well. Some people stayed. Okay? So we always lived in Kachopia. This is a fact. Yeah? So we went, my father knows very well why we went to Egypt. He told me even last time, And when we came from those areas there, downwards, we just went back where we used to come from. Yeah? I can't hear you, brother, fasting live.
But I'm saying exactly that's why people who look at Mandi people say, well, you're not Bantu because you came from Libya. But how did we get to Libya?
Because you came from there. Exactly. So
that's why I say that's what they call diaspora. They were returning back home.
Exactly.
They were finding people who were there already.
Not everyone went to captivities, like the Luba people, for an example. Very nice example. Yeah. Why are especially if you go to the Luba people, still today they used to call them Baju, like Jewish Luba. Still today they carry the name Jewish Luba. Yeah. So, which means some of us, there's some migration.
Do you know why that is?
Happens. There's some migration. I want to stop. We're gonna make a session about it when I to talk about the Congo, specific Congo. Yeah, then you're gonna see all the tribes, because we will always stay in the Bible, brother. No one takes the Bible from us. Yeah, this is a fact. Why do I say that? My father, or the people from the villages and all these people, they know the history very well. But when you go back and you ask them, what was before you had Beulah? What was before you had Kongo? How was Mbanza Congo built? The kingdom of Congo, how was it built? Before the 1600s, there. Okay? And this is where you have to do your researches. Your research starts on the 1600s, and that's what we are speaking about here. It's even older. It's a complete
Was it not unexplored area before that time?
No, our people came from
unexplored to the Europeans. They called it unexplored land. Egyptians didn't call it unexplored land. Did the Egyptians not know
the European people?
Exactly. Yeah, you're looking at the history from that point of view. That's where you're gonna fall for the trap. Don't do it.
Okay, thank you very much, brothers and sisters. Amazing session. Yeah. It's always good. I love discussions. Yeah, I love to bring things into the light. Yeah. It's always good to talk with each other, and also having different kinds of meanings or thoughts. I mean, when I go to visit certain people in certain regions in Africa, I have many questions. You can see everything in the scientific way, in the biblical way, and historical way. You will have millions of questions. When I was, like an example, when I was in this Beulah land and I saw they're writing Beulah into their map, into their houses, I was asking themselves, how can it be that you're writing Beulah here and the name that is called the village is Beu? Beu. You know, people would be like, hey, this is not Beulah, it's Beu. It can't be Beulah. It's a complete other name. So name changes, people have changed, borders have changed during these times. So, which means that there's a lot of restoration that must be done. But in the end, it's like we're decoding the Bible, we're decoding the history. Yeah. Many people used to be Pan-Africanists. They do not want to believe in the Bible, even if they know that there are historical evidences inside of it, proofs, historical proofs, spiritual things that they have to know. Because mostly those people who do not want to believe also in those things, they also deny the Most High directly. They also deny because the Bible shows us also who our Father was. These are the last words that I can take. Mostly those people don't want to have anything with the Most High, but the Most High is the revelator. Revelator means he shows you what happens in the ancient past. And when you go back, you will always find yourself with the Bible. And that's why one of the most critical things that will happen one day in this movement is when we start showing that everything in the Bible happened in Africa. Everything. You know? And this is where people will start becoming like, wow. You know? That's why you saw people going to forests, spraying their waters. That's why you can't find the most of the things in the Middle East or in Asia or whatever. And the most of the proofs and evidences are in Africa. But because we are reading something, and we have also another thought about these regions, and you know, like people from Yaoundé, Yuda, still today they have the name in the Cameroon regions. Yuda, Yaoundé. It's still today, it's the name. It did not even change. So, you know, we have also people that do not like the Bible. It's also another thing. Why? The Bible is coded, and the Bible is coded, and everyone that can't find himself inside there, he will hate it. He will not like it. And this is also another problem that we have. But we know that we did not give ourselves certain names. Even names of cities or tribes, like my brother Fasting Life has said, has changed over the years. You know, and then people will start asking themselves, how can it be that these names that has changed, how can it be that we found these names in the Bible? Mozambique, Angola, it's Angola now. Congo Zaire is DRC now. No, things change. Yeah, but we can find them definitely. Even if they change it, we will find it there because it was revealed. It was revealed. And this is the true fight that we have. Because many people will always see the things in intellect perspective. I read, and that's what I read, it must be like it is. And some people will read and ask the Most High, is it so? Let me check in the Hebrew. Let me check in the Greek. Let me go to the history. Let me ask the elders. What does this revelation say? And you will find the answer. That's why everyone has to stay on his line. Thank you, Ingetan. Family, thank you very much. It's very late here, so thank you very much. Love you so much. And yeah, the we are doing amazing work in Africa. Yeah, while people are debating and talking too much, we are doing amazing work in Africa. And I hope in the next year we can show some things to the people, how much people went over. We have in the Kamba region, we have families that went there. We have by the Tokwish people that went there. We have people in the Cameroon. We have people in the Tanzania. So in the Southern Africa, there are so many people going there and building. Must even me and Yaya Jonathan, we made a very nice video about it, but I told him not to play this video's music and whatever. But we're gonna make a new one and debate again about the African thing, how it will raise up. Thank you very much. The message from today was very clear. Judah, Levi, and Benjamin used to come from this Congo people. Okay, thank you very much for listening. In get